Oh, hello, welcome again. This is the final video for our class, chapter 20, with 10 more vocabulary words from the book Vocabulary Power 2. All right, you can see in the description the information about this book if you're interested in purchasing a copy. I think you can find them online, a lot of different places. But we're going to finish off today with these 10 words. I hope you've had a great semester, good time learning English this semester, and I hope you keep practicing. Okay, here we go. The first word, aid. Aid. A-I-D. And we're starting with dictation as we have done in these other videos. A-I-D, right? Some dictation practice. You can practice spelling at home. Aid. Aid. Aid is a kind of help. It can often be a synonym of the word help. It often can be a synonym of the word help. Okay? So for example, if I am lifting a heavy box, you could say, hey, teacher, can I aid you with that box? Can I help you with the box? Or we also have, with medicine, with your Band-Aids, okay, the product called a Band-Aid. Just Band-Aid. See? Band-Aid. Help. Okay? To help with something. When you are cut, that little piece helps your body heal. The next word, basis. Basis. B-A-S-I-S. B-A-S-I-S. Basis. Basis. All right? Basis. Basis is like a reason for something, the foundation of something. For example, the basis of English is written words, right? The alphabet, having vowels and consonants, grammar structures, and the desire for communication. It's the reason for the language and it's the foundation of the language. Communication and tools to communicate. Caution. Caution. C-A-U-T-I-O-N. C-A-U-T-I-O-N. Caution. Caution. You've probably seen this word before. To say danger. Look out. Watch out. Caution. Wet floor. Caution. The dead end. Caution. Wet paint. Something like that. Caution. Danger. Be careful. All right. Number 4. Conscious. Conscious. C-O-N-S-C-I-O-U-S. C-O-N-S-C-I-O-U-S. Conscious. Conscious. O-U-S at the end there. Conscious. Conscious. To be conscious is to be aware, to know and to perceive what is around you, to be conscious, to be awake. For example, right now, I think I am conscious. Maybe I'm dreaming. I don't think I'm dreaming, but I think I'm conscious. In English, we have an expression, I think, therefore I am. To be conscious is a reason or an example and some evidence that we exist at all, to be conscious. And when you sleep, you are unconscious. We could maybe debate that a little bit, but the idea is that you're not fully perceiving what's around you. Unconscious. Okay. Or especially if someone is in a coma, something like that. They're not really aware of their surroundings or thinking completely for themselves. Okay. Number 5. Culture. Probably know this word. Culture. C-U-L-T-U-R-E. C-U-L-T-U-R-E. Culture. Culture. All right. Culture. C-U-L-T-U-R-E. Culture basically is the things that we have in common with each other in one group, one area, one category of people, classification. For example, in the United States, we have lots of different cultures, many different cultures that live in the United States, and different styles of living, different interests, music, food, etc. Where my family is from, we have specific cultural foods and ingredients that we use, some specialties. We also have a culture of the way we speak to each other, respect, hospitality, very open to hugging and kissing, open, very warm. But also in the classroom, we create a culture. It's a different culture inside the classroom. We have students from many different places, and we create some traditions. We create an atmosphere and some things in common within our classroom. Part of our classroom culture is that we learn vocabulary on Wednesdays. Okay. Next word. Deed. Deed. D-E-E-D. Deed. D-E-E-D. Okay. A deed is an action. We don't use this word very often, usually in idiomatic expressions. Idiomatic expressions. For example, he did a good deed means he did a good thing. He did a good action. For example, if you see an older lady who needs help putting her groceries in her car and she's struggling, and you say, may I help you? May I aid you with the groceries? That could be a good deed, a good action that you're doing for someone else. Again, we don't use this word a lot, but good to know, deed. Okay, for when you hear those expressions. Okay, number 7, distinguish. Distinguish. D-I-S-T-I-N-G-U-I-S-H. D-I-S-T-I-N-G-U-I-S-H. Another long one this week. Distinguish. Bum 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 bum. Distinguish. All right. Distinguish is to be able to see the difference between something, between more than one thing. So to see a difference with something. For example, if you want to distinguish yourself, maybe at your job or something like that, if everyone is wearing the same clothing, the same uniform, and you decide to wear a very bright hat or a special tie, that helps you look different from the other people who are wearing the same clothes. It helps to distinguish you. Or when you're applying for a job, learning another language can help distinguish you from other applicants. Some people maybe have very good qualities, very good experience, and maybe you have the same experience and the same qualities, but if you speak another language, that will distinguish you. It will show that you're different, that you have something that helps you stand above the other applicants. Okay, and number 8, idle. Idle. I-D-L-E. I-D-L-E. Idle. All right, there is another word in English, idle, spelled differently. I'm not going to talk about that word today, but idle, this word, I-D-L-E, is the idea of being passive, not really acting, not really doing anything, or being stagnant, being in one place. And for trucks, really big semi-trucks, like the trucks that have a big trailer and they transport vegetables and fruits and other products from one place to another place. When those trucks are not moving, but the engine is on, right? They're parked, and the truck is parked, but they have the engine on. We say that the engine is idling. It's staying in one place. It's stagnant. It's not moving. It's on, but it's not moving. Also, we have an expression in English that uses the word idle. Idle hands, meaning your hands are not moving. Idle hands. And if you have idle hands, if you're not busy doing something, we say that that's when you can get into trouble, basically. If you're not busy doing something else, you might be tempted to do something you shouldn't do, tempted to get into some trouble, all right? So there's an idea in English that, that your hands should always be busy doing something, whether it's, literally your hands are moving, cooking, cleaning, making something, writing, or just using your mind, using your mind, not literally your hands, but always doing something. So some people think that we're like obsessed with always moving, always going, always, time. But, we have some expressions that also encourage us to do that. All right. And the next word, profit. Not profit like profeta, not that kind of profit. It's not a profeta. Profit like the money that you earn from selling something. Profit. P-R-O-F-I-T. P-R-O-F-I-T. Profit. 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 Good word to know. So if you create, let's say, a bracelet, you make a bracelet, okay? You make a bracelet at your house, and imagine that these little circles cost you, let's say, $3. And let's say that the line, the thread that you use, cost you $2, okay? Just imagine. It's an expensive bracelet, but just imagine. Okay, so total, you have $5 that you spent your money to create this bracelet, okay? Now, imagine that you sell the bracelet to someone else, okay? You're going to sell the bracelet, and that person buys the bracelet for $10. Okay, you sell the bracelet for $10, all right? That's the price that you're selling it to your customer. So you would subtract the $5 from the $10. Okay, because this is the money that you already spent. You don't have that money anymore. And what's left is a $5 profit afterwards. Okay? Or another example, let's imagine again that you let's imagine that the beads, the circles, cost, let's say, $1. Okay, $1. And let's say that the thread, the string, cost 50 cents. Okay, 50 cents. About $1.50. So now you're going to sell the bracelet, let's say for $7. This is the $7 is going to be your sales price. Okay, so we're going to subtract minus 150 because that's what you used for your materials. And now you're going to have $5.50. So at the end, $5.50 would be your profit. Profit, it's the money that you have after you subtract the money that you spent. Okay, if you sell a product, it's the money that you have after you subtract the money you spent. You have the sales price minus the money that you use to create the product or to buy the product. And then the money you have left after that is the money that you earned, that you made beyond what you spent on materials. Okay, that's your profit. And the last word. Last word. Worth. W-O-R-T-H. W-O-R-T-H. Worth. Worth. Basically, this word means value of something. Value. I hope that these videos were worth watching for you. I hope they had value. I hope they were valuable for you. They're not very intense videos, just some light vocabulary practice for a high intermediate class. So if that's you, you're at that high intermediate level and you've been following along these words, I hope that you're able to use these vocabulary words in your daily life. And maybe you'll see some of these words out on the street somewhere, okay? Or maybe on the TV, in songs, books, conversations with friends. Number one most important recommendation, make friends with people who speak English, all right? Practice, practice, practice as much as possible speaking. Reading, writing, and listening are great. Watching movies in English is great. Listening to songs is great. Reading books in English is excellent. You probably will see these words in a lot of books. Higher levels. But the number one greatest practice, in my opinion, is making friends with people who speak English and practicing with them regularly. All right? Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a great a great afternoon. Bye-bye. And yeah, keep practicing. Peace.